Now, China is not only North Korea's closest major ally, it accounts for roughly 90% of trade to the north. That's why the importance of Beijing's implementation of economic sanctions has repeatedly been underscored. But recent bilateral trade figures are already casting doubt on whether China will play that role desired by others. Our Kwon Soa looks into the figures.
Beijing, on many occasions, be it in talks with South Korea or with the U.S., has vowed to strictly follow through with international sanctions on Pyongyang. It recently announced a list of restricted items of trade with the North, with the goal of making it more difficult for the regime to fund its nuclear weapons program. But the latest trade figures show it is still too early to determine whether Beijing's commitment to firing up pressure on the North is taking effect.
According to customs statistics, bilateral trade between China and North Korea in the first quarter was 7.79 billion yuan, up 12.7% from the previous year.
That's a trade value of roughly 1.2 billion US dollars. Outbound shipments in the January to March period climbed by almost 15% on year, with main items being electronic goods as well as labor-intensive and agricultural products, while inbound shipments rose nearly 11%, highly attributed to its coal and iron ore imports. But the spokesperson explained that China's implementation of sanctions, in line with the UN Security Council resolution that was adopted in March, began only in early April, saying the first quarter's numbers do not reflect Beijing's latest efforts on tightening the noose around trade with the North. He added that items that are not related to nuclear weapons development, such as those for livelihood purposes, are not subject to sanctions. As of now, it looks like only time will tell whether China will keep its end of the bargain. But experts add Beijing will likely take advantage of existing loopholes in UN sanctions, which is why skepticism prevails as people look ahead from the latest trade figures. Kwon Soa, Arirang News.